It's EFL Cup quarter-final day, West Brom at home. How hard could it be? Hey everyone, welcome back to Lee Plays Football Manager 2017, and on today's episode we have a double live com, home to West Brom in the EFL Cup, and then we are home to Liverpool in the Premier League. Let's show you how we've been getting on in the last few games. We've only played 3 games since we last met, and first up was Chelsea in the Premier League. As you can see, it was a 2-0 win. The stats were pretty similar, and it was an end-to-end game. Lots of chances. Both keepers had a good game, really. But with Xhaka scoring on the 32nd and Nico just before half-time, it sealed a 2-0, very good 2-0 victory. Up next was Maccabi Tel Aviv in the Champions League away. I made a lot of changes for this game. I wanted to keep our players fresh, brought in a lot of the fringe players. We got a 1-0 win, Danny Welbeck scoring on the 57th. They went down to 10 in the 73rd. It was a game we dominated, probably should have scored more, but I'll take a 1-0 win, and it keeps our momentum in the Champions League. And the last game we played was a very disappointing 4-2 loss away to Watford, who are mid-table at the moment, so they're doing okay. But nevertheless, I would have expected a win. I put a strong team out. I made a couple of changes. Donnarumma played in goal. We've had to start with Welbeck up front, as Chico and Dembele are both still injured. So Welbeck had to play up front and didn't have the best of games. It was a game where the stats, as you can see, we had 7 shots on target. I would have expected to come away with more. We just forgot how to play football in this game. It was very frustrating to watch, but hopefully in the next game home to Liverpool, we can buck our ideas up and get a win. And on the team screen, I can show you that Dembele is still out for around another week or so, so probably won't be match fit for a couple of weeks. Sanchez is the big injury still, up to 4 weeks. I'm just hoping we can get him back soon, although Nico has done a good job and he's on the verge of breaking the assist record for the season, which stands at 11. So he is doing a good job standing in. We've got Xhaka, who every time he plays, along with Coquelin, gets yellow cards, so he's suspended for this game, and Alaba is also suspended for this game. The team I'm going to go with today, guys, is Donnarumma in goal, Bellerin, Mustafi, Koscielny and Kolasinac at the back. We've got Coquelin next to Paredes, Oxlade-Chamberlain on the right, Nico on the left, Wiltshire in behind Welbeck. I've pushed Wiltshire forward. The last time he played there, he didn't have the best game, but I'm hoping today he can perform well in that position. We've got quite a strong bench too. I do want to win this game. We got a chance to get to the semi-final of the EFL Cup. A chance that I'm not going to take lightly. It's a game I want to win, and we only played these, well, not long ago, a couple of months ago, and we beat them 4-1 at home. So I'm hoping for a similar kind of result today. An early go, settle the nerves. Yeah, and I'm confident we could win. With Southampton and Tottenham, one of the other quarterfinals, we could potentially get one of those teams. Although Tottenham actually drew to Southampton in the league at home. So we'll see how that one turns out. Already half an hour into this game as we get the first highlight. Switched it up to attacking. Hopefully we can create a little bit more as Welbeck comes into the box. Chamberlain at the back post. And he scores, heading it back across the keeper. Makes it 1-0. Here we are as we see the replay. Welbeck does well. A nice little chip ball to the back post. Chamberlain wasn't really challenged. Hits the ball back across the keeper. And in a game that we're dominating, I would hope for another go pretty soon. Unfortunately, the FM gods want me to sweat a little bit, and we've gone in only 1-0 up at half time, even though we've limited them to just 3 shots, 1 on target. Hopefully in this second half we can push on, get a second go. Let's see how the other game is getting on as well. Oh, Southampton winning 1-0 against Tottenham. Not sure what the teams would be. Maybe Tottenham have made a few changes as Nico brings it forward here. Paredes to Coquelin. Chamberlain, what's he going to do? He's going to shoot. He's going to score. Second goal of the game. And I tell you what, he's performing very well this season. We've brought in Mahrez to play on that right side. Chamberlain seems to relish the competition as he picks it up on the outside of the box. just drifts inside the box, left foot, top corner, keeper no chance. And there you go, 2-0. Coquelin picks it up on the edge of the box to Wiltshire. Wiltshire shoots. Oh, I think it was a save and then onto the woodwork. Good save from the keeper, and the defender does clear it. And as we move up to the hour mark here, it looks like Oxlade-Chamberlain's picked up a little niggle. Potential foot. I'm going to bring him off for Mahrez. Not a bad replacement. Mahrez has probably been our player, or certainly one of the players of the season so far. He's got about 10 goals, not far off the same assists, so I'm very happy with him so far. Mahrez picks up the ball on the outside. That was beautiful. We're not scared to shoot outside the box, and we seem to be scoring a lot of long-range shots lately. In the last few games, Xhaka and Welbeck have both scored from outside the box. And now Mahrez is on the score sheet as well. 20 or so yards out. Keeper again should have done better, but I'll take it. 3-0 up, and that should see us safely into the semi-finals of the EFL Cup, along with Southampton, as you can see, which gives us a real chance in this cup now. And as we get to the final seconds of the game, playing it around nicely, Wiltshire into the box, takes a snapshot, it goes wide, and that brings us to the end. 3-0 win, comfortable in the end. West Brom didn't really show any attacking intent. And with the draw coming up in a couple of days, I will take you there now. Although I'll just look at this. Oxlade-Chamberlain, injured for 3 weeks. Slightly disappointing, but he will be back for the busy Christmas period. Right, let's take you to that draw. Right, EFL Cup semi-final time. Palace knocked out Man City as well. So with Southampton beating Tottenham, we should be overwhelming favourites to win this cup. Like I said before, it is a cup I want to win. So let's get on with the draw. Southampton versus Palace. And we have Watford at home in the first leg. Obviously, the semi-finals of this cup is a 2-legged affair. I'm confident we can go through, even though they have just beat us in the league. But that was with a few changes. So I think if we put a strong team out, we can go ahead and beat them. Right, let's move on to Liverpool. Here we are then, guys. Arsenal versus Liverpool in the Premier League. And here's the team I'm going to go with. Check in go. Bellerin, Mustafi, Koulibaly and Alaba as our back four. That's basically our strongest back four, and I will play that in all the big games as long as they're all fit. Xhaka next to Cazorla. Mahrez, Griezmann, Nico. Chico's back in up front. Welbeck misses out for this game. He's done all right for us when he's been standing in, but Chico is the next level, and hopefully he can do a job for us today. Right, let's move into the game. He's lacking a bit of match fitness. We have got Danny Welbeck on the bench who can come in and do a job. I want you to pick up from where you left off. We scored 3 goals in the last game. There's no reason why we can't do it today. We've been strong at home this season. We've got some big wins. Man City, Chelsea. Let's put Liverpool on that list too. 35 minutes gone here and nothing has happened. What a dull game this is. Lots of shots, but nothing happening. And as we get to half time, it could just be one of those games. I'm not happy. They look fired up. Let's hope for a slightly better second half, eh? At least let me bring you a highlight. Not including the kickoff highlight. There is a highlight as Liverpool go 1-0 up. Superb. That's not the kind of highlight I was after. Coutinho took the corner. It was shocking defending at the front post by Koulibaly. It falls to Klein of all people. And he buries it, makes it 1-0. And as there's another highlight pretty much immediately, Liverpool are on the attack again. Henderson pings it out to Alberto, takes on Bellerin, gets the ball across. Mustafi scores an own goal. Well, there you go. We've been so consistent over the last couple of months. to have 2 defeats in a row in the Premier League is going to be a little bit heartbreaking. And United sit top currently. Right, let's see what we can do to change this. Right, Griezmann's not having the best game at all, so we're going to bring on Aaron Ramsey and drop Ramsey back, bring Cazorla forward. I think that's all we'll do for a minute. Mustafi's not having a good game, but he did score the own goal. Let's hope he can recover from that. Here we are then, another highlight. The ball gets cleared by Liverpool, but Bellerin picks it up and Ramsey is on it now. Mahrez back out to Bellerin. What can he do? One of his trademark crosses. Not this time. Emre Can gets the tackle in, clears the ball. Bellerin. That was good covering, Bellerin. I don't really know what to say. It just seems like we've lost the ability to play football at the moment. But Nico picks it on the left. What can he do? Pings it across. Comes out to Xhaka. Ramsey. Chico. Good reverse pass to Mahrez. Hits it wide. Good signs. But we need to stick with this. We need to keep going. I'm going to tell them to push forward. Not an awful lot happening. Right. Welbeck can come on in place of Nico on that left-hand side. He's got some good pace. Nico has performed well lately, but Welbeck to come on and inject a bit more pace. As Alaba has the throw, and it drops to Ramsey. Come on, Chico moves into the box. Wonderful goal. He knows the urgency, picks it up, runs back to the centre circle. Let's see the replay of that. And as the ball comes into him here, he still has a lot to do. The defender's not really tight enough. And it was a lovely finish. And it makes it 2-1. And there's still time. I'm optimistic. Liverpool only had 3 shots on target so far. Scored 2. We've had 7 on target. Let's hope we can have a few more and get a couple goals. As Cazorla picks it up in the middle. Plays it to Chico into the box. What can he do? He beats his man. I don't know if that should have been a shot. Oh, Mahrez, he makes it 2-2. I didn't even see who that was who won it back. Was it Welbeck or Cazorla? Let's have a look. It was Danny Welbeck. Great determination from the boy. Plays it across. Mahrez at the back post. Still had a lot to do. Had to keep it low. And he brings it back to 2-2 with just under 20 minutes to go. I'm getting all excited and all giddy. I'm going to tell them to get creative. I'm not going to change too much. This is the way we played all season and it's done us well. And if we can get a winner here, that'll really push us on going into the busy Christmas period. And as we move into extra time, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Sturridge's got the ball. Alberto. Cech picks it up, and that'll be the last action of the game. I'm happy and I'm disappointed at the same time. It's a game at the start I was hoping to win, but I'm happy with the comeback. To get 2-2, it sees us sit top, and although Man United and Tottenham have both got a game in hand, the pressure is on them to now go and win that game. We have United coming up in a few weeks' time, I believe. We do. And that will be the game I come back for. We've got United and then Villa at home. So yeah, I'm going to come back for a double header, both at home. That United game will be absolutely massive. So we can't really miss that out. So I'll play Benfica, Ipswich and Hull. We will have the Champions League knockout round draw, and I will post that on Twitter when we get it. So keep an eye out on my Twitter page. It's Lee_plays, all lowercase. Then you can see that before anybody else. And I will see you in the next episode. Home to Man United and home to Villa. So thanks very much for watching, guys. If you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you soon.